We all know that the NHS is struggling. Junior doctors going on strike recently, long queues at surgeries. Basically, it's in a bit of a mess. Are the government pushing for privatisation of the NHS? My opinions and my theory coming up. Hi guys, I'm Tony Martin, and I promise if I get more subscribers I won't keep saying that every time. Now, I have said in my last video, click there, that the Chancellor promised funding of 250 million this year and over the next 5 years to the NHS, but reduced that to only 143 million. As of now, I have said this twice in this video and the last one. We'll come back to that. Now, as of the election of 2015, the amount an NHS foundation can earn from private patients has increased to 58% since 2010, and 40% of the new healthcare contracts going to private providers. Now, as of 2014, private health firms were on target to win £9 billion of NHS contracts to look after patients. A study done by NHS Support Federation revealed the companies that are driven by profit, and they were Bupa, Virgin Care and Care UK. Now remember these names for 2 minutes. Now at the time they won 131 contracts estimated to be worth a combined 2.6 billion to provide healthcare since the Health and Social Care Act of April 2013 had begun. Groups of researchers that track the awarding of contracts say if the private sector continues its 50% win rate by value at this time, it will earn potentially 6.6 billion more of the £13 billion of contracts to be awarded. I say again, at this time. This would ultimately lead to private firms earning 9.26 million as a direct result of the changes ushered in by the then Health Secretary Andrew Lansley's restructuring of the NHS. Now go back to what I was saying at the start about the companies who benefit from these changes, and one of them, if you remember, were Care UK. Now Andrew Lansley allegedly received a £21,000 donation in 2009 from John Nash, the former chairman of Care UK. Another company that benefits from these changes and winning contracts is Circle Healthcare. Now at the time they were the biggest winner of all 195 contracts awarded, and they are and now were the only private firm to run an NHS hospital. So we have Circle Healthcare and Care UK on the table. Now this is where it gets interesting. I have found a list in the public domain. You have to look for it, but it's there. The list contains several MPs that have received donations from the aforementioned companies. Henry Billingham, MP for Gloucester. Now how much? I don't know, I can't find that. But Richard Graham received £3,000 from asset manager Crispin Odey, and he was a major investor of Circle. Mark Harper, again of Gloucester, received £5,000 donation from Crispin. Joe Johnson, MP for Orpington, received £6,000. Now on his website, the opening line is he is interested in securing the provision of strong local healthcare services in Orpington. For the long term, this remains his #1 priority. And the last one I care to mention is Jesse Norman, who received £5,000 in donations, all from Circle. Now since this, Circle have given back the contract for the hospital that they were running in January 2015. They said because financially it wasn't viable, only making a profit of £1 million in the 3 years they had the franchise. The Public Accounts Committee stated the total deficit incurred during the franchise will be well above the level that Circle is contractually committed to cover, leaving the taxpayer to pick up the rest of the bill. Surprise, surprise. So now on to the reason why it appears and seems to be, to me, that the government are doing all that I have said. again in my opinion. The state pension age, not the retirement age, will from December 2018 start to increase for men and women and will reach 66 by October 2020. They then plan further increases to 67 between 2026 and 28, and no doubt more after that. We are living longer. Put that down to healthcare on the NHS or good old-fashioned evolution, I'll let you decide. More and more people are populating this country. Now, from what I have mentioned so far, in my opinion, the government want to privatise the NHS. Why? If it is privatised, what do we need? Health insurance. So, in America, a 2012 Families USA study found that more than 130,000 Americans died between 2005 and 2010 because of the lack of health insurance. Now, under the ACA or Obamacare, whatever you want, as of March last year, 25% who were not insured are now covered. Good news. They also reckon deaths due to lack of health insurance should decrease by the time Obamacare is in full effect by 2025. So if ours is privatised, what happens to the people that can't afford insurance? Will they die? Not everybody can afford cancer treatment or a major transplant. And considering we are, as the government keep telling us, and I don't take no notice, in financial trouble, what better time to try and make the NHS private, leading to, as American stats may suggest, to a reduction in long-term population and placing less stress on government and finances and paying out on state pension. Now, I tend to think there is an underlying motive that we are not being told, and too many people are picking the pocket of the public purse, purely for the betterment of their own benefit. All in all, this is just my opinion, and you have to make your own mind up. So let me know if you agree. As always, make a comment in the comment box below, click on the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.